Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day whenever and wherever you're watching this video. In today's video, we are going to be, meaning I'm going to be putting on some makeup and using all new products that I got recently from Christmas. So I thought it'd just be a fun video to play around with some makeup and see what kind of look I can come up with. So some of it is a mixture of high-end and drugstore. So hopefully this is a fun and entertaining video for you. So let's go ahead and hop right in. So I've already washed my face, all of that, but I haven't primed it yet. So if you know me and you're familiar with my channel, I use this primer from e.l.f. It is their putty primer. And so typically what I used to do is just use my hand, but they came out with this little gadget and I think it's so amazing. It's their putty primer applicator. So it's got like a little scoop on the end and then this is what you use to buff it out, which I think is so cool. Like, come on, e.l.f., you're amazing. So I'm gonna use that today. So that's the first thing I'm gonna try here. So I'm gonna scoop it out. It scoops it out pretty well. And I'm just gonna put it on my finger and just apply it to the skin. And I might have actually scooped out too much, but all right, so I've scooped it out, so now I'm just gonna buff it in. And I do see that it is buffing it in quite nicely and quite smooth and evenly versus me using my fingers. So I really do like that aspect. And I feel like it's not as thick on the skin. Sometimes when I apply too much, I don't have the ability to blend it out. So this is a really nice dense brush to blend it out. Okay, well, our primer is on and this is a really good tool. So that's a 10 out of 10 for me. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and color correct. I don't have anything new for that. I'm just still gonna use my Becca under eye color corrector. It is an oldie but a goodie over here. And lately, you guys, oh my gosh. So we got a puppy and I will probably feature her in my blogs, but vlogs. I'm not a writer. Trust me, you guys. Anyway, so that combined with just a new job and all of that, we have not been getting a lot of sleep. So I have been heavy on the under eye circles lately. So definitely need to be using my corrector all the more. So I'm just going to buff that in really quick and get us prepared for the next new item that we're going to use here. So that corrector is now buffed onto the skin. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go in with a concealer. So I've used this concealer before, but I'm gonna combine it with a new concealer. So I am gonna go in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer, the Cameo kind. But then they came out with these new ones, e.l.f., and these are their Flawless Brightening Concealers. So I've got one in the shade Medium 32. And then I've got one in medium 33W. So I'm gonna give these a go. And I'm gonna just use the Hydrating Cameo because I really like that one. It's a good formula. And it feels good on the skin. It doesn't feel too heavy, but it's also just like a nice formulation. So I'm gonna use this one first, just to kind of create a base for coverage because Lord knows I need it. And then I'm just gonna smooth that out with this blending brush from e.l.f. Not e.l.f., I'm sorry, Real Techniques. It's like a dome brush. I got it so long ago, you guys. Like the lettering on it to tell me what kind of brush it is has worn off. So you know it's an oldie but a goodie, but it's just such a good product for me. So I'm gonna go in with a sponge here. I'm gonna wet it with my Mario Badescu spray, because I didn't have time to like actually wet it, and just kind of help seam the blending a little bit better. Oh yeah, that's much better. I was having a little bit of a hard time kind of blending with the brush, but you know, nothing a good old sponge can't fix. Okay, so that's blended in. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with these concealers. I'm gonna go in with this one first. It's the Medium 33W, and how it works, it's like a click up. So I'm just gonna click. All right, so I've got some product in there, and then I'm just gonna dab. Just gonna put that on top and see what kind of a brightening effect I get here. It does kind of help brighten the skin, make it look a little bit brighter. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that does kind of do what it claims to do. Now, it does feel a lot lighter than the Hydrating Cameo one. That one definitely, you know, people say that's a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. I've never used that one, but it does have like really good coverage. This one you can tell is a thinner formula, so it's not going to, if you have severe dark circles like I do, it's not really gonna cover those dark circles, so you'd still need a corrector and a pretty good concealer, but I feel like, I'm just looking at myself in the mirror here too, like it did really help kind of provide some extra brightness. So that's really good. These are really good sticks. And they're affordable. They're only like $4 or $5, I think, on the e.l.f. website. Go check it out. They just launched them a few weeks ago. So check it out. They're really, really good. So now that we've kind of got the eye area prepped, now what I want to do is go with my foundation. And I've been using this one lately. I've used it once actually, so I take that back. But it's from e.l.f. and it's their Camo CC Cream. It's their Color Corrective Full Coverage Natural Finish CC Cream, and it has SPF 30 in it, and I'm in the shade Medium 330W. This is the packaging. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a pump of it on my hand here and see how much coverage that gives me. So then I'm gonna use my Ye-Olde sponge. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm just gonna take my finger and just kind of put it in the areas that I know I need coverage. So I have some discoloration here on my cheek. So I'm gonna kind of help spread it out on my skin. So that way it has a little bit of life here. So I'm just gonna spread it around. Now we're just gonna blend this out. So I feel like it's a good color match for me, number one, which is a huge thing for me. Sometimes I have trouble with foundations not matching to my skin very well. So that's the first thing I noticed when I use this. It's a good color match. And then two, it really does spread out really evenly onto the skin. And it really does, I don't say it's, well, I wouldn't say this is full coverage. I would say this is medium to full. I mean, it is covering a lot of my imperfections here. I'm just gonna look in a mirror here. It is covering a lot of my just day-to-day like imperfections that I have. So I struggle with like redness around my nose, a little bit of discoloration on my chin, a little bit of discoloration on my cheek area. And as you can see, like it covered it pretty well. So I'm just gonna put it up into the hairline now, blend that in. And it blends beautifully. I don't have to work very hard to blend it in, which is good. Because there are some foundations that they work great, but you really have to like work at it to blend it in. And I feel like this, you know, for the most part, like you don't have to work very hard to make sure it goes where it needs to go. It spreads very evenly. So that's kind of where we're working at with the skin. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I really like it and I enjoy it. It feels hydrating on the skin, but not greasy. So I think if you have normal skin, I think this would work for you. I think people with dry skin, I think you could do this as long as you have a good moisturizer underneath. I think people with probably even combo to oily skin probably can use this product. You probably would just want to use some type of oil controlling primer. But yeah, I feel like this is really, really good. So yeah, so far so good. So we'll put that over here with the rest of the fun items. Okay. All right. So we've got that. The skin looks really, really good. Sorry, you guys, my hair. It's cray-cray these days. Okay, so we've got that going on. So we've already basically got the skin. So now what I wanna do is I wanna try out these new blushes from e.l.f. Well, one's kind of like this pinky shade, and then this one's like a darker shade. So I'm gonna go with this pinky one. And if I can find the names, I'll put them here. But what I wanna do is I just kinda wanna, so they say it's a putty, so it's kind of supposed to be like that putty pour. Doesn't feel puttyish to me, but maybe I just need to get it worked into my fingers here. Okay, it's pretty smooth. I've got it on my fingers. I'm just gonna kind of do that and then kind of pinch it along the skin. So I'm just gonna put it on my cheek area. That's my phone. So it's blending in pretty well. I think with cream products, they definitely look a lot more natural on the skin. So this is like, it gives me a flush of color. It doesn't make me look like, oh, she's wearing blush. Which for some people, that's a really, really great thing. I've been trying to do more of the natural kind of look lately and not look so made up, especially on like days I'm just hanging around the house, like, and I don't really need like a full glam of face. Like I'm exploring products where I can look presentable and look done, but not with a lot of effort. So that's really pretty, you guys. I don't know if you can see that very well. Let me zoom you in. So that's the blush. I don't know if you can see it super well, but it just kind of gives a nice sheen to the skin. Zoom me back out. And it looks really, really good. So I like that. I like that a lot. That's really, really pretty. I don't see it because it is such a sheer flush of color. I'm gonna do another layer. I don't see it having super long lasting power. We will see how it goes, but I don't see it like having like amazing staying power because it is just so sheer and it kind of blends into the skin. But I've been wrong before. All right, so we'll go ahead and put these away. So now what I want to do is I want to set the skin. So I've got this little sample from Charlotte Tilbury. The sample from Charlotte Tilbury, it's her finishing powder, and so I've been on the market for a new one, and I've heard really good things about this one. And so this is in the shade Tan, and if I like it, I'll probably buy it in the full size. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find my finishing brush here. This is from Real Techniques, and I'm just gonna tap right into it. Such cute packaging too. And I'm just gonna dab right under my eye. Okay, I like this. This is nice. It's providing me a setting, but it doesn't feel heavy. And it still kind of gives my skin an opportunity to look like skin. So that's really pretty. I like that. Just gonna put some on my eyeballs before we get going with that. So that's the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. I'm gonna put some on my cheek under here. Just really set everything. Because I did notice the other day when I wore this foundation from e.l.f. that it did kind of look a little bit greasy towards the end of the day. So I'm hoping maybe this can help with setting that. So that's Charlotte Tilbury, her finishing powder in the color Tan. Okay. So now let's work on eyebrows. So I don't have anything with eyebrows as far as new from the drugstore or from this haul in particular. So I'm just gonna go with my $1 Billion Brow pencil and then set it with the Gimme Brow from Benefit. So we're gonna go ahead and do the brows here real quick. All right, so the brows are done, right? What a difference it makes to your face. Look at that, you guys. I love brows. Okay, so this is another product I'm gonna be using that's a lot of fun and I'm really excited to try out for the very first time. And this is the Viseart Petite Pro palette. And I forget what the actual shade or palette is called, but look at this, you guys. Look how pretty those colors are. Amazing, just incredible, right? Just so, so pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and use this palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes here real quick. It's probably something I should have done before. I'm just gonna use this Lorac Pro one. I'm just gonna use a really, really small amount. Just pop that on the eyes real quick. Okay, great. Awesome, so we've done that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, just the lightest shade. Just kinda pop that all over. And this is the first time I've ever used Viseart shadows, so I'm really excited to see what we're gonna get out of this. I watch Emily Noel's channel a lot and she like rants and raves about these palettes and just how really good they are. So I used some of my Christmas money and bought one, and I'm really, really excited. So we've done that. I'm gonna go in with just this darker color right here. Pop that in the crease. I'm just gonna use a really light hand because again, I've never used these shadows before, so I don't know how they're gonna perform, but yeah, this is blending out really nicely. This is really, really pretty. I like that so far. It's a nice, like chocolatey brown color, which is perfect for me in the crease. I find there are times where I really like a palette, but there's not like a good crease color for me. So it's nice to have something that's dark enough, but not too dark, but something that's not too light. So it's the perfect color combination. All right, so that's great. So now I'm gonna go in with this, ooh. Actually, what I'm gonna do now, so I'm gonna go in with like this rosy pinky color here. Kind of pop that in the crease a little bit, just to add a little bit of color. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. And it's blending so well. Yeah, I can see why people rant and rave about these palettes. Viseart, you are onto something. Yeah, this is beautiful. Look at that. It's like full range of color. And it blends so well. Oh my gosh. I'm like really impressed, you guys. This is really, really good. And it's like effortless in a way. Like I feel like sometimes I have to work really hard to blend a shadow. This is like nothing. It's amazing. Okay, that's what I wanted it to look like. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this shade down here. And these don't have shade names, so I apologize, but you can, if you don't have a palette like this and you're following along with your makeup, you can probably find similar colors and recreate the look. I just love tones like these. These are like totally my jam. And so I just figured this was a safe palette for me. Oh wow, you guys, that is so pretty. OMG, that is gorgeous. Just gonna do it on the other side here. I'm gonna go with a very simple eye makeup look today. I don't have anywhere in particular to go, so I just wanted to play around with some makeup, but look at that. Look at that pigmentation on the eye. And I'm not using that much, you guys. I mean, I'm using like the smallest amount, and look at that color impact. Amazing. Wow. Yeah, I'm glad I bought this. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna go in and work on the bottom lash line here. I'm gonna go back in with like that peachy corally color, kind of smoke it out on the bottom. And then go in with that lid color too. Just really kind of make it fun and interesting. I am noticing upon further inspection, like right in here with my eye, like somehow the concealer didn't blend well. So it looks like this weird like patch, like dry patch under my eye. And I know my eyes are pretty well hydrated. So I don't know if it's because I used too many things and it just doesn't play well in the sandbox with other concealers, but I did notice that just now, that I got like this weird little patch there. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but not a fan. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. My camera died, so I had to put in a new battery, but just to kind of complete my thought before I completely lose it, I was just saying I really like the size of these Viseart little petite pros. They're very travel friendly in my opinion. I haven't traveled with it yet, but I would think this is something you could just easily throw in your purse, throw in your book bag. Even if you travel for your job or you just travel in general, this is something where you could really create some really beautiful looks, but doesn't take up a lot of space. I mean, it fits within the palm of my hand. So you could just pack one or two of these if you're going away for like a weekend or a week or something and you just need to be able to put together a makeup look. I think they're really, really great. So Viseart is sold at Sephora and Beautylish, and I think they probably have a website like everybody else. So check them out. I really, really like that, and I see a lot of potential in my future with this. So there's that. As far as eyeliner today, I don't have any new ones, so I'm going to use the ones that are in my collection that I think are going to go well with this look. I've got these from Urban Decay. It's their 24/7 Glide On pencils. I've got these two colors here. There's one called Love Drug and Alkaline. So I'm kind of debating which ones I want to use here. This is Alkaline, this is Love Drug. I feel like Love Drug is not really a good color. I feel like Alkaline is going to be a little bit more complementary to what I'm doing today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do some waterline work. I don't really want to mess up the shadow work, so I'm just going to do some inner rimming in the eye. So inner rim is done. So now what we're going to do is mascara. Some mascara. So I guess this is not technically new to me. It's a repurchase. So I needed some new mascara, so I just picked up some Maybelline the Falsies Lash Lift, and then I'm gonna just go in and curl my lashes before I use that. So I'm gonna grab that here real quick. And then for lips, I don't have anything new. I haven't bought any lip products in a while. In fact, I'm trying to declutter my lip products. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shop my collection. So I've got this sample that I got from Sephora a while back. It's an Hourglass Lippy. I'm just going to pop this on my lips and use this. I'm trying to use what I have, y'all. So, that feels really nice. Like I said, this is from Hourglass and it's the shade Activist. I like that. So, very moisturizing, feels really great on the lips, feels like a lip balm, and you can see it's got good color to it. So, that's what I used for that. So yeah, this is the final look here before I set the spray. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use this Urban Decay All-Nighter. This is what I did purchase. I've heard really great things about this setting spray. I've never used it before, so this is something else that I purchased for Christmas. So let's go ahead and hop it on in. All right, so that's nice. Very refreshing on the skin. You guys, I would say the winner product overall with this look is this guy. I am absolutely obsessed with this. I could definitely see myself gravitating and using this for a lot of different looks, or just throwing this in my purse if I'm on the go and need to create an eye look. And I definitely want to explore more of this line, especially the Petite Pros, and see what other colors they have, because I'm really, really impressed. The other thing that I really liked was the Cameo foundation here. So I think it covers well. It's a really, really good foundation. So those are the two winners right now in my book. I really, really like how this look came out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please go ahead and support my channel. It'd be really, really greatly appreciated if you liked this video and you also gave me a time and attention and subscribe to my channel. So anyway, with all that, you guys, I hope you like this and I'll see you soon. Bye.